Good morning, Hope Church. I get the awesome opportunity to say hi to everyone instead of just my neighbor. So I wanted to take a minute to do that. You're welcome. Thank you. I've been given the opportunity to speak today to you about the Hope Church growth groups. And yes, it's true, the long-awaited resurrection from COVID is finally here, or at the very least coming. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. Pastor Mark brought together a few members of our family who were adamant about spearheading the return of the growth groups. And the reality is we are but a few single living stones in this temple not made by hands. So we're looking to enlist as many people and as much help and as many ideas as we can get. Now, before you get discouraged, we all understand that the pandemic took its toll on our outside meetings, local church outreach, our coming together as a family should, beyond Sunday service. And like the song we were just singing, I am a child of God and you are a child of God. And we all cry, Abba, Father, to the same dad, which makes us family. And COVID is still a residual wedge between us that we, as Christians, need to recognize, because we need to recognize our dependence on one another. And that is something that should be the foremost in our lives every single day. According to Scripture, this group of members, both here and at home, are supposed to comprise the most intimate group of people in each and every one of our lives. In 1 Corinthians 12, Paul illustrates that we're all parts of the same body. Jesus is the head through which we receive direction, clarity, and balance, and growth. But we all are parts of the same body. We are who he says we are. Some of us are hands, others are feet. But we're each endowed by God with our own gifts, with our own purposes and role to play in the accomplishing of God's plan. Therefore, we need all the parts to ensure the body can function as it was intended. And right now, mainly because of COVID, this body is a little bit hindered, maybe a little bit crippled. But together we're stronger, more faithful, accountable, and empowered to live the mission of this church, which is in introducing people to Jesus and feeling their love for him. Through living out this mission, we open our hearts and we open the hearts of new disciples. We invite new people to become family members, and we bring them into this house so full of love, forgiveness, and protection, we should feel it in overwhelming measure when we enter and when we're in one another's company. And yet, how many of these brothers and sisters in this room today are but strangers to you and to me? And what measure of love is that? In an effort to repair this crippled body of believers, we ask everyone with a thought, any thought, I don't care what it is, an idea, a need, or a desire, whether it's for encouragement, fellowship, learning, or anything that you believe that you are lacking as far as attention or need from this body, we want to know what it is. You see, part of recognizing those gifts that God has bestowed you with is also acknowledging your limitations. No one single person, no one group of individuals in this church could effectively guess what every need of every member in this church is, let alone fulfill it. You see, as long as we each have needs, but we're not sharing them, no one can fulfill those needs. So we ask you to tell us, your family, where it is that you feel you can help. Maybe you love entertaining people in your home, but you hate talking to groups. It's totally fine. You're not a mouth. Maybe you're a foot. Tell us you can facilitate a meeting at your home or in your clubhouse or in your backyard, but it's only available 1 hour a week every 2 weeks. That's fine, because if 2 more of those small commitments, an entire 6 weeks of semester for any given growth group has just been filled. More important to us than your input is your spiritual well-being. Because of this, I don't want anyone to feel conflict or fear in their sharing of needs, and I don't want anyone to feel overwhelmed with their commitment. And I would love everyone on the cards, on the table over there by the TV that I'll get to in a second, to be ridiculously honest. Say, you know what? I've got 3 days a year that I can give you. And that's awesome, because 3 more of those and we have a monthly group covered for an entire year. It's not about how much, how long, or how often. It's about this family of faithful Christians coming together as a body of believers, and facilitating the needs of itself through cooperation. We can and we will, of course, have standardized Bible studies, classes on biblical interpretation, or an existential study of the book of Romans, because these things are like birthday parties to me. I love them. But if that's not what you need or what you're looking for, then it's less helpful to you than it could be. It's less helpful to you than it should be. So again, we need your thoughts and we need your ideas, and we need to know what your needs are so that we can fulfill them completely. Maybe you think your place is too small and that you have nowhere to meet. Maybe you're thinking to yourself right now, I have no idea what type of group anyone would want to facilitate. But you find yourself thinking that every day on your morning jog or your afternoon walk. Just as a quick illustration, how many people here this morning at least try or have a self-commitment, a New Year's resolution to walk or jog at least once or twice a week? Congratulations. Stop by the table on your way out. Get each other's numbers. You just started the Hope Church Cardio Growth Group. It's something I will never belong to. I hate running. But it's that simple, because it's not about location. It's about spending time with your Christian family. It's about the fellowship with like-minded individuals where you feel comfortable and safe. And that's when we feel the love of family. That's when we grow as individuals, strengthening the body as a whole. And that's when we mature. That's when we blossom into more effective disciples of Christ, when we're leaning on each other and supporting one another. It is by this that they will know you are my disciples, through your love for one another. This is how they will know we are Christians, my beloved brothers and sisters, is by the love we show one another. And as an example of what we're talking about, we have somebody here today who wants to talk about a specific group that she'd like to start, and I'll let her tell you about it. But from what I understand, it's something that she once had. Life changes. She now misses and needs again to strengthen her Christian experience in life. So I'll be quiet and I will introduce Farah.
Hello. It's really weird talking on a microphone. I'm like more one-on-one, so I'm a little nervous. But anyway, my name is Farah. My family is new to Georgia. We moved from out of state. And anyway, I'm really excited about the launch of growth groups here at Hope Church. And I just wanted to share a little bit of just my experience. I've been a part of a few growth groups, small groups over the past few years. I've been a part of like a mommy and kids group, a mommy book club. We've done, a women's group where we meet at Cracker Barrel once a week, and I've just done fellowship. I've done extensive Bible studies, just easy ones. And me and my husband actually led a group in our home before we moved here. So I just wanted to share just what a blessing being a part of those types of group have been. The big, like we're studying, like where did Curtis go? Oh, he's back there. The Curtis, in-depth ones, and then just meeting for fellowship. It's just really impacted me big time. It's grown me. It's grown my faith. It's made me more of a mature follower of Jesus. Just the wisdom that I've gained from people, and then had the privilege of wisdom that I've gained to share and pour into others. We have just had the opportunity to pray for people through seasons of life. People have prayed for us. We've got to know people. We've got to be known. We've met some of our best friends through small groups and our kids' friends. And it's just awesome to be able to, meet other people who are seeking after Jesus and just doing life together. So my idea for a group, which I'm going to be hosting and leading, is kind of like a mommyhood fellowship growth group. We're going to meet every other week at a local park. And I'm really excited just to meet people and to start fellowship and, just grow with Jesus together. And so I think that's all I had, but yeah, I'm really excited, and I've been praying for this church. If you feel the Lord tugging your heart to lead, or or just to be a part of something, you know, the enemy's going to give you a million reasons why you shouldn't and couldn't and won't. And I'm going to be praying against that. I have been praying against that. And so I'm just really excited and expectant about what God is going to do through and for groups here at Hope Church. So thank you.
So Pastor Curtis was nice enough. Sorry, wow, Freudian slip there. Pastor Mark was nice enough to set up some pens and some cards over there by the TV in the welcome area. The TV up against the wall that overlooks the children area there. He's just got some little cards with some pens. Just write something down, anything down on your way out today. And when service is over, maybe ask yourself one question before you leave and decide not to write anything down. And try and remember that you're part of a body of living believers. And ask yourself, am I in the position that God has given me to fulfill the role that God has given me? And in advance, I say thank you to everyone for their help, because we'd like to get this up and running as quick as possible. So thank you. If you can join me in prayer now, we're going to turn it back over to the band. To keep it short and sweet, the old angelic prayer. Lord, what we know not teach us, what we are not make us, and what we have not give us. We ask these things in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ.